Loser Loner game rant. Ugh. Ugh. We're playing GTA 5 story because, hey, I blew it. I haven't played this story in so long. I've been trapped in this bullshit mission where I have to find these fucking van stashes of shit of weed, and I can't go farther in the story until I do so. So. But I digress. I'm not changing my clothes either because he's fly in his sweatpants, or not. I might change my clothes anyway. Today on this game rant, the first episode of the game rant, is we're dealing with this situation, or people would call it a situation. I'm not sure if it is or isn't. To me, it's not that big a deal, but I mean, for now anyway, it's not that big a deal. But there are a lot of people concerned over Destiny's taking king. Well, it's more than taking king. Destiny itself. They're concerned that the game is compromised. The game's future is compromised. Let me turn down this music because that's really going to cause me some issues with YouTube. But anyway, when I'm talking about like Destiny introduced this new system that is all too familiar for a lot of people. And it is the pay to win. Well, it's not a pay to win structure because it's not proven to be pay to win. But people are concerned that there is a pay to win structure being put into place as we speak with the introduction of the microtransactions system. I read up on it some, and I've even come into contact with it. I mean, it's right now it's all emotes and just nonsense that really doesn't have any effect on the game. And even my friend, he bought an emote. I forgot what it's called, despair or something like that. Or, he's mourning something. He gets on his knees and he's like, why? Anyway, so like the system is put into place, and of course, a lot of these players are they understand the concept of pay to win, which plagues people say. Oh shit! Which people say plagues the structure of a lot of these online type games, a lot of these MMO type games. And Destiny's not quite the MMO, but it has a lot of those elements. And Destiny is an MMO in a lot of ways, but it's not quite what you would look at as a slower form of massive multiplayer experience. But they introduced this through silver, and that's where you actually pay money, and that's your in-game currency to stand in for your cash. So they can be raking up all the money and doing more blow and fucking more hookers. But these guys at Bungie, they say that it's all bad. It's not all bad. We're not gonna do what you think we're gonna do. We're not gonna fuck you over. We're not gonna try to make you pay and have these situations where people are bumped ahead, where people are way ahead of you, where people can really exploit the system, and really through just open up their pocketbook. And not a lot of people have the same budget, and that's where people are concerned, I believe. Because if money wasn't a thing, people wouldn't be angry about it. But at this point, people are concerned that Destiny is going to become this plague of a game where you have to pay to actually experience the content, and people will get through raids better, and really all this is, to me, is just whatever. Like it's not a problem for me. Let me check my my stream itself, because I do not need to screw it up, make sure everything's running. But anyway, it doesn't have any effect on me for real. I don't see any problems as of yet. Now, in the way they set it up, and I don't believe them when they're telling me things. I don't buy it when people tell me things off bat, especially when they are the creators of the game and all their stock is put into this concept. It's all your stock is is put into this game, and you know you're dedicating a long time span of game creation to facilitate this game that you have. I don't buy it, and I never will buy it. It just doesn't make sense to. It really doesn't. I have to find some weed stash somewhere, but is that it? Get the stash car. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Goddamn. Alright, anyway. You know, I can't... This shit would start. But yeah, you know, like, to me, it holds no weight.
This guy fucking asshole.
To me, it holds no weight as far as I'm concerned, because I can't conceivably think of a way or a reason to think, oh, well,
who
this
changed
is
my
going to be a
ringtone?
problem.
Hey, look, man,
Take it.
that car
I'm dealing with
Poeta
this
is a fucking
mission.
hoopty. The engine is fucking shot, man. I'm gonna grab a stash and get the fuck out of here.
No, it could be a trap, and I need that car. The movement depends on it. You'll have to push it or something.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Hey, do it for your state. Do it for freedom. Do it for nature. Ignite the fight.
He's
You
fucking
been
insane.
igniting the fight too motherfucking much, dawg.
Alright, well, there's a tow truck. Anyway. We got the fucking car. But yeah, like,
Man, I ain't pushing shit. Man, that high-ass
there's a
motherfucker.
lot of, you know, there's a lot of issues with that comes along with a system like that. Especially when we're talking about it doesn't concern me. When we're talking about people paying money to beat a mission easier, or to play and, you know, to progress faster, I don't care. You pay money to buy the game to get access to content. I don't give a fuck what you do with your money. But you know, it becomes an issue with me when a lot of the time. Hold on a second. I don't remember how to put the shit down. How do I put this thing down? No. Always running into always running into some issues when you're dealing with GTA. Oh, there you go. Stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. Anyway, a lot of problems come with this type of situation, this type of scenario. You know, like, what concerns me when it comes to these types of, you know, pay-to-win situations, that really puts me in a bad spot, is when content becomes exclusive in that way. So in order for me to have access to an actual gameplay, you know, that's what I struggle with. You know, I don't want to pay extra to be able to play a game. You know, it's becoming more and more the norm. And again, you know, I'll have to adapt and adjust and be okay with it to some degree, because I bought a game like Destiny. But you know, I don't want the situation to get out of hand where they think they can, you know, nickel and dime you every step across the way, where all these microtransactions are really just climbing up, and you won't be able to notice how much you're spending, because all these silly little microtransactions, they start to get out of hand. Really, that becomes an issue. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Jesus. Damn it. Trying to run a respectable show in a college dorm. That's not gonna work. But anyway, when dealing with this, that worries me is that microtransactions will get out of hand, and when it becomes to get out of hand, then we're starting to develop some issues that I'm not really interested in, that I don't want any part in. But it's too late, because I already bought the game and I want to experience the game. I'm already tied in so much. But when dealing with games like this, you know, it becomes, you know, it's a commonplace thing. World of Warcraft and all these systems. PC gamers, they understand this. They don't really have any, you know, question as far as a lot of the PC environment. Oh Jesus! Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! What do I do? It's flipped. Flip it over with the car. Didn't think that was gonna happen in a million years. But a lot of PC people, they have this concept of, they can. Will it work if I hook it back up? A lot of these PC players, no, that ain't working. What the hell? What do I do? I don't know what to do here. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, exit. You're losing mission progress. Yes, please. So I can actually do a real mission. But you know, the problem I struggle with with this is that when you introduce that pay to get content, that's where it starts to fuck me up. I don't want that. I hate that concept. It really bothers me because now I have to pay a game. I already have to buy the bullshit ass DLC, and if it comes out, you know, they're already nickel and diming DLC. That's why my problems aren't really that realistic, you know, because they're already getting my money more than once for buying the maps again, and I don't have a problem with buying, you know, these map packs because it's part of the whole experience. I mean, it's part of everything that we do at this point. I mean, it's normal. It's a normal scenario. It's not like this. It's not like this concept of, you know, we gotta pay. We gotta pay to grab more content from the game. Well, games are ever expanding, so I mean, I have no real issue with paying with something if it's worth the value. Like the Taken King update, the Taken King content, really solid. I paid and it was good, you know, and I still haven't finished it. You know, this weekend I'm running a raid, and I'm still filling up spots. You know, I'm reaching out to people who I interact with on Tumblr. I want to interact with a couple other streaming, you know, a couple other gaming streaming teams. But you know, it really has no, it doesn't bother me. But what bothers me is, you know, that concept, and I don't think that'll ever happen because it already kind of has happened where I can't reach this content until I'm allowed to, you know, fucking, you know, actually pay for DLC. But another one that might irk me is I won't be able to access certain weapons. So I won't be able to access and it's not going to be a problem if it's more than one weapon. I mean, if it's more than one weapon, whatever, you know, fuck it. But fuck that person. I don't give a shit about that person. But you know, if it's that type of deal, I don't care. Like, but I don't give a shit. What am I gonna do? Worry about if it's one gun, like, oh, whatever, like exclusive. I don't give a shit. That's so dumb to me. But when it comes to dealing with a whole branch of exotics or something that I can't get to, then it's gonna be an issue for me. Let me invite my friend Justin. He's gonna hopefully he'll be able to weigh in on this. Hopefully he won't be too, you know, quiet about it while I just rant on. Maybe he'll bounce off of me. But really, when dealing with this, I don't think it's an issue, really. I don't really find it that much of a problem. But I don't know. I don't know. Hey Justin.
Yes.
I'm streaming something. It's more of an analytical thing with the thing. So I had to make another show, and it's a game rant type of dealio. Do you feel anything about the whole microtransaction system set up in Destiny right now?
The Microtransactions.
Like you know how you bought the emotes and stuff like that. You bought it with the silver, but to get more silver, you need to pay for it. That type of deal.
I think that's really annoying. That's like that's using those games that people start to hate because you have to start paying for various features. But granted, it's a very small feature in the game, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, that's what I was talking about. It's not huge. Like, as long as it stays in that certain range or level, I won't have an issue with it. Like, I don't care if, you know, Destiny is oh, you can't get this emote, or even if, like, I even branch it out to if I can't get one exotic gun or something like that. But if they start branching out and then making a whole set of like exotic weapons I can't get until I microtransfer, like, I don't think, that's when I'll start to get angry. That's when I'll start to get a little bit frustrated. And they said they weren't going to do that, but I mean, I take whatever representatives, whatever they say, with a grain of salt. It really does. I don't believe them, you know, because people have, when people get overzealous about shit, gamers are really butthurt. They get butthurt super easily. So, as soon as that news came out, the people started to break down the code and check stuff, and then they started to see things were linked to it, like guns and armor set in like starter pack, like for people to get to level 25, and you know, which I don't have a problem with. If you're paying for that and you can get it in game, fine. But when it comes to making it exclusive, that's where I start to shit my pants a little bit, because I don't want, you know, I already have to pay for DLC. I don't want to have to, you know, fork over more cash to experience a game fully on. I've already invested more than $100 on this game already, so I don't want to have to, you know, like, give up on something I paid so much money for in the first place. But you know, people have and you know, they brought this up to, you know, Bungie reps and shit like that, and they're just like, well, it's not gonna happen that way. It's not gonna happen that way. But I was like, that means shit. That means fuck all. I mean, like, they've already told you that they've seen it in the code, that it's already attached to it. It's already linked in. So, I'm not buying it. People may buy it, but you know, if the evidence shows me that, I don't know. Like, I don't feel any way about it if it stays. What influences me is when we start talking to making things exclusive. The fuck?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, if it.
Hold on a second. This fucking. Let me just get out of GTA Online, because it really fucks you up.
Did someone ask you that question on the stream?
Usually, you know, do this, because I mean, I like, whatever, I bitch about a game to myself and to my homies, and then that's that. But you know, if I can bitch online and, you know, it helps analytics, I'll do it. Fuck it. But you know, yeah, I mean, like, I don't quite understand the whole, it's, as a whole, I'm not really that intimidated until it starts to really become apparent, because, you know, like, I wasn't really, like, raised around that system of PTWs and shit like that. I never really found that to be that much of an issue. But when we're starting to talk about that, like, in a realistic way, then I started to get a little cautious. Like, it's because, I mean, like, when I got into PC gaming, I wasn't really into PC gaming. So, you know, I had a laptop, and that laptop was strong enough to play some things, but not a lot of things. So, a lot of these pay-to-win structures, I mean, they existed, and I just kind of maneuvered my way around it, casually playing games, you know. But, you know, like, people will talk about, like, like, you know, like the emotes, like, that's where, you know, a lot of people don't have a problem. Like, my little brother, he plays, like, League of Legends, and he plays a lot of those MOBA games and shit like that, and he pays a lot for content. I don't know how much he spent on just, like, skins and animations, and the animations help because it makes the characters casting go faster and things like that. Like, really technical shit that I don't pay attention to, I wouldn't care about, so I wouldn't pay money, or I wouldn't miss it if I paid money. So, I mean, if I didn't pay the money. So, you know, like, when that comes into play, hell yeah, fine, fuck it, whatever. If some guy buys an animation for a Sunsinger that makes him cast Sunsinger faster, oh, whatever, fuck it. It's a nanosecond, half a second. I'm not a fucking pro player. I don't give a shit. I don't give two shits if somebody can cast something faster than me. But say there's a subclass that exists only if in a pay-to-win system,
Oh, no,
or
fuck that. Fuck
yeah,
that.
like say there's a subclass that only exists in a pay-to-win system. That's a problem. It's kind of annoying. Say there's that there's a whole list of exotics that you can't grab. Come on, like you're really causing problems for me. That's annoying as fuck. Or say you can't, your light level is stuck at a certain light level, and people exclusively have higher light levels than you and can access raids, and you'll be basically playing hand-me-down for the rest of it. You'll be behind schedule because you won't pay for these microtransactions. And I don't know if it'll go like that because again they have DLC, but DLC, I don't know, like people they kind of go buck wild. They can really do whatever the fuck they want, so that means nothing as far as I'm concerned. You can buy a DLC and they'll still expect you to pay for actual games, like to pay for the actual game itself. Like, oh, here's another buck. Pay me another buck so you can access this content inside this DLC that you already paid $40 for. Like, that's what I think people are afraid of, like truly afraid of. And I don't blame them. I mean, that's a really real thing, and people are already they're outraged. I feel like people get outraged a little too quickly when they say, oh, if this happens, I quit playing Destiny. We're gonna boycott Destiny. And by the time when you start saying if this happens, then this will occur, especially dealing with the complacent nature of people right now anyway. I think it'll be way too late. I think it'll be far too late, and enough people would have bought into the system
changed my ringtone?
as
Look, man,
it
that
is.
car
I'm
in
gonna put my
Operator is
thumb
a
over this fucking
boot.
phone
The
call.
engine is fucking
It's annoying
shot,
as
man. I'm gonna
shit.
grab a stash and get the fuck out of here.
No, it could be a trap,
But yeah,
but I need that
I don't
car.
know. I
The movement depends on
can't
it.
really
You'll have
hate
to
on it right
push
now
it or
because
something.
nothing's happening
Are
right
you out of
now.
your damn
But
mind?
I can
Do it for
understand
your
where a
state.
lot
Do it for
of
freedom.
that
Do it for
misconception and a lot of that
Ignite the
anger
fight.
comes from, because
You've been igniting
people
the
don't
fight
buy
too
consoles to
motherfucking
get
much,
into PC
dawg.
gaming. Like it's starting to go that way, more often now because of it's just a better marketing tool. It's a way better
Man, I
way to
ain't pushing
handle
shit.
selling
That
things.
high-ass
If you can sell somebody gum and then or sell somebody the wrapper for the gum and then sell them the gum, then fuck it, they'll do it. Like, money is so easy that way. Or people pay, they'll buy a pack of gum, but they wanted a certain color or flavor of that just for once in that pack of gum, they'll pay for it. Fuck it. But like, I don't want it to become the situation where people who just want some gum can't afford to get fucking gum. That sucks. That's not interesting. That's not fun. That's not what I paid for, and I'm hopefully I didn't get trapped, because everybody's like, oh, get Destiny, Raavey, get Destiny, and I'm like, all right, cool, we can do raids. Have yet to do a fucking raid, and all that extra shit. But it's already difficult to play Destiny because they have all these little firewalls in it. Like, you have to be a gold member, and I understand that. I mean, that's at this point, I have to say I understand it because there's no other option for you. There's no, like, silver. I don't even know if silver is a thing. You just plug it in. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what you're gonna do if you didn't have that PSN network membership. But which is they're already fisting you for cash. Like, everybody's fisting you for cash. You just don't need another thing to fist you for more cash. You just want to play the fucking game. And I don't know. Like, I'm just glad that I didn't get stuck in that PC, where everybody talks about PC Master Race, but that's the most exploitive shit I've ever seen. Like, never have I ever seen something try to milk more money out of a person than PC and skin, or mobile for that matter. Mobile and PC really are good at just jacking your money, and in mobile it's come to be expected. And now in console it's starting to be more expected, and that trend's already started when we're talking about DLC and things like that. Because I mean, DLC wasn't even a real thing to me until Call of Duty, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, maybe. I don't remember what the first pack of DLC I bought was, but when that started being introduced, it was frustrating because I would be behind. It took me long enough to convince my parents to pay for something like that. Then I have to pay extra, you know, to fucking, you know, get actual full content, and then it became more of a routine. But I don't want microtransactions to become a routine, or PC and fucking console be damn near the same. Like, it'll be just, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for games on console, especially games I like Destiny. Really do like Destiny. But yeah, you know, hopefully it won't go down that path, because I don't really think it'll go that far. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Look, just leave it there.
And it's
I
probably,
can't come out now.
what do they call it?
The satellites.
Cautious
They're
optimism.
scanning
or
our
something like
brains
that.
and tracking
You know,
our heartbeats
I don't
through the
want to
internet.
have to say
Go
I spent
now while you
$100
still
on
can.
something that's fucked.
Man, I'm wasting my fucking
That's pretty
time.
much
No,
the
you're a
consensus
hero, a
for
green
myself.
warrior.
I don't
We're
want to say
changing
that I did that to
lives.
myself, but you know, it's turning out that it could be the way it could be. But you got anything else to say on the subject?
No.
All right, thank you for thank you for being a part of this Skater Loser Loner first game rant. Comment whatever you want. Comment something. Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's shitty that they're doing this to you, or do you think it's fine? Who cares? Like, it's a game. Fuck it, right? Fuck it. Just like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Thanks for joining us. This was a game rant about Destiny, and I was playing GTA at the same time. What a weird combination. We'll be back later on or tomorrow. Who knows? Fuck it. Bye.